Part 1. LeBron James and the confrontation with Stephen A. Smith. Context and fallout. LeBron James, one of the most iconic and influential players in NBA history, has not only dominated the court but also maintained a significant presence in the media and public eye. His legacy as a four-time NBA MVP and a multiple-time NBA champion has solidified his place as one of the greatest to ever play the game. However, in recent weeks, it was not just his on-court performances that made headlines, but rather a heated exchange involving the Los Angeles Lakers star and ESPN personality Stephen A. Smith. The incident took place on the night of March 6, 2025, during a game between the Los Angeles Lakers and the New York Knicks. James and the Lakers had just secured a hard-fought victory, but the attention quickly shifted to what transpired during a break in the action. According to reports, a confrontation erupted between LeBron James and Stephen A. Smith, one of the most recognizable faces on ESPN's First Take. The two men had a fiery exchange, which, soon after, became the talk of the basketball world. As news spread, it became clear that the source of tension was Smith's comments about LeBron's son, Bronny James, who was a rising star in the NBA ranks. Smith, known for his outspoken and sometimes controversial opinions, had reportedly made remarks about Bronny during a previous broadcast. The nature of the comment and how it had been framed was enough to push LeBron to the edge, resulting in the fiery confrontation. In a viral video captured by fans, James can be seen visibly upset, engaging in a heated discussion with Smith during the break. What added fuel to the fire was Smith's subsequent acknowledgement that the incident was indeed tied to comments about Bronny. As a father, LeBron has always been fiercely protective of his children, and the notion that someone would disrespect his son, especially in a public forum, was more than he could ignore. This moment quickly became a viral sensation, sparking conversations on social media and across sports networks. In an attempt to manage the fallout from the exchange, Stephen A. Smith addressed the confrontation during an episode of First Take, where he clarified the context of the conversation with James. He admitted that his comment about Bronny was the catalyst for the encounter, but argued that his words were never meant to disrespect the family. Smith, known for his often provocative style, seemed to downplay the significance of the incident, but the intensity of James' reaction suggested otherwise. This public clash between LeBron and Stephen A. Smith was not just a personal disagreement, but a reflection of the broader dynamics in the NBA today. As one of the most marketable athletes in the world, LeBron James' every move is scrutinized. This scrutiny extends not only to his performances on the court, but also to his personal life, including his family. Smith, on the other hand, represents a form of media analysis that thrives on strong opinions and sensationalized content. The clash between these two figures is a collision of two distinct worlds: the athletes who are at the heart of the sport and the media personalities who shape its narrative. The aftermath of the confrontation also drew the attention of several NBA insiders, including former Cleveland Cavaliers teammate Richard Jefferson. Jefferson, who played with LeBron during their championship-winning season in 2016, seemed to offer a more personal insight into the situation. A video surfaced showing Jefferson and James having a candid conversation about the incident before the Lakers' next game, this time against the Boston Celtics. In this exchange, LeBron opened up about his frustrations, stating that he would not have been so upset if Smith had refrained from bringing his son into the discussion. Jefferson, always one to support his former teammate, echoed LeBron's sentiments, agreeing that family is off-limits in any media exchange. This behind-the-scenes glimpse into their relationship offered fans a more intimate understanding of LeBron's motivations and the emotional toll that public commentary can take. The timing of the incident was particularly significant. At the moment, the Lakers were in the midst of a crucial stretch in the regular season, and the pressure was mounting. LeBron James, despite being 40 years old, had continued to perform at an elite level. He was putting up impressive numbers, averaging 25.0 points, 8.2 rebounds, and 8.5 assists per game. His leadership on the court had been instrumental in the Lakers' recent success, and they had won 8 straight games leading up to the Boston matchup. However, the Lakers' winning streak came to an abrupt halt when they were defeated by the Celtics in a hard-fought 111-101 contest. The loss was compounded by an injury to LeBron James, who strained his groin during the fourth quarter. This injury would sideline the Lakers star for at least 1 to 2 weeks, potentially affecting their playoff positioning as they headed into a tough road schedule. For LeBron James, this injury was a reminder of his aging body, even as his basketball IQ and ability to impact the game remain as sharp as ever. Yet, the narrative surrounding him was no longer just about his on-court prowess. The incident with Stephen A. Smith and the resulting public fallout shifted the conversation toward how the media and public view James, his family, and his place in the modern NBA landscape. Part 2. The larger context of LeBron James' legacy and media culture in the NBA. This shift has had a profound impact on how NBA players interact with journalists and analysts. In LeBron's case, his long-standing relationship with the media has been a double-edged sword. While he has garnered significant attention for his accomplishments and charitable work, he has also been subject to intense scrutiny, particularly from figures like Stephen A. Smith. Smith, known for his bold and often controversial takes, has been one of the more vocal critics of LeBron over the years. Despite their occasional clashes, however, it is clear that Smith's presence in the media ecosystem has only elevated LeBron's status as a polarizing figure. The interaction between LeBron and Smith was not merely a personal disagreement, but also part of a larger conversation about respect, boundaries, and the role of the media in shaping public perception. Stephen A. Smith, with his brash style, often crosses the line between commentary and criticism. For some, his provocative statements are a form of entertainment, but for others, they represent an intrusion into the personal lives of athletes and their families. LeBron James' reaction was a reflection of this broader issue, as he sought to defend not just his own honor, but the integrity of his family. The involvement of Richard Jefferson in the aftermath of the incident further illustrates the tight-knit relationships that exist within the NBA community. Jefferson, who has always been a vocal and supportive ally to LeBron, was quick to back his former teammate. The camaraderie between NBA players, particularly those who have shared significant moments together, is often overlooked by the media, but plays a crucial role in shaping the way these incidents are understood. Jefferson's perspective, coming from a former player's viewpoint, added a layer of context that went beyond the surface-level drama of the exchange. As the media landscape continues to evolve, the line between personal and professional lives for athletes becomes increasingly blurred. The pressures that come with fame and success in the NBA are immense, and the constant public scrutiny can take a toll on even the most seasoned stars. For LeBron James, this recent incident serves as a reminder that, despite his legendary status, he is still vulnerable to the same pressures and challenges faced by any athlete. Part 3. The future of LeBron James and the NBA in a new era of media scrutiny. LeBron James' confrontation with Stephen A. Smith may have been one of the most publicized incidents in recent memory, but it is unlikely to be the last. As the NBA continues to grow in global stature, the relationship between players and the media will only become more complicated. The advent of social media, coupled with the growing influence of digital platforms, has created an environment where athletes are constantly under the microscope. LeBron, as one of the most high-profile athletes in the world, is undoubtedly aware of this, but the emotional weight of the situation is clear. Looking ahead, LeBron James' career is entering its final phase, but he remains as influential as ever. Despite being in his 40s, he continues to perform at an elite level, and his impact on the court cannot be overstated. However, as he continues to balance his basketball career with his growing business empire and public persona, the dynamics of his relationship with the media will only become more complex. The recent incident with Stephen A. Smith highlights the changing nature of media consumption in the NBA era, where athletes are no longer just performers, but also media moguls, business entrepreneurs, and cultural icons. As for the Los Angeles Lakers, the team is at a crossroads. With LeBron James nursing an injury, the franchise will need to find a way to continue its playoff push without their star player. While the Lakers have the talent to remain competitive, LeBron's leadership and presence on the court are irreplaceable. The team's future will depend on how they can adjust to this new reality, and whether or not other players, such as Anthony Davis, can step up in James' absence. The NBA as a whole faces a similar crossroads. The future of the league is being shaped by a new generation of stars who are redefining what it means to be an NBA player. The rise of players like Luka Doncic, Giannis Antetokounmpo, and Zion Williamson represents a shift away from the old guard, with younger players becoming the faces of the league. At the same time, established players like LeBron James are setting new standards for longevity and excellence, showing that age is no barrier to greatness.